People want great location, an awesome design and an affordable price.
The public have got an appetite for a high-rise living.
The good old quarter-acre block. Big family homes on lots of land has long been the ideal, but now homeowners are looking up.
A cheaper price point of apartments which allows people to live in these prime suburbs.
Despite a sluggish market, the building of apartments around Perth is booming.
Level 1, 2 and 3 have just gone up before we know it.
For young first homeowner Courtney Henshaw, it's been years in the making. Buying off the plans, she's watched the blueprints turn to bricks and mortar.
I bought it back in September 2013, but watching the stages has just been fantastic.
For Courtney, it's the location and lock and leave aspect that made it the perfect lifestyle to lead.
All of that space with extra bedrooms, it's just something I don't need at this point in time.
Courtney's new home is just one of more than 7,500 apartments set to be built across Perth this year.
So people do have choice, and that's fantastic because they can really try and find the right apartment for them.
Paul Blackburn says his team has 9 apartment projects on the go right now.
We have 1,000 apartments under construction at the moment, and we've sold around 950 of them, so only 50 on the market over the next year.
Traditionally, 80% of the population live in family homes, with between 10 to 20% in apartments. Now experts are predicting a shift.
We expect the percentage of people living in apartments to double over the next 10 to 15 years.
According to Paul, more and more families are trading the suburbs for inner city.
This area of Northbridge here, where they've sunk the railway line through the city, you've got Northbridge and the CBD and the Oracle projects right in the centre of that, and that's why sales have been so strong.
And it's not only location, but the price tag. The median house price in Perth is down, sitting at $547,000. As for units or apartments, it's much less, at $430,000.
What they're letting go of is some yard space and gardens, which they generally don't want anyway, and a couple of rooms that they don't use.
Of the 23,000 properties planned to be built across Perth this year, a third are apartments.
With a big influx of new higher density dwellings coming into what is already an overcrowded market.
REIWA's David Airey says there's already an oversupply of properties on the market, and adding so many more apartments to the mix is only going to make it worse.
If we add that additional supply to what will already be quite a full number of listings on the market, that's going to put a lot of pressure on this market, particularly later this year.
There are currently 14,000 properties listed. Meanwhile, sales are down 16% on last year.
Finding it's just taking a lot longer, and they're not necessarily getting the full price that they originally wanted.
People actually have a choice of the apartments that they want to buy rather than only having 1 or 2 projects that they can buy.
Will a family, 2 children, live in 80 square metres? I don't think so.
According to property developer Nigel Satterley, land still provides better long-term value.
Families won't pay $8,000 a square metre for per square metre for a 50 square metre place when they can go into the suburbs and get a new home.
As for investors, Nigel still believes homes will provide a better rent return in the future.
Rents are coming down at 25%. I mean, 6,400 residential properties for rent, a lot of properties.
They will always sell. Good products that are well priced in good areas will always sell.
With Perth's urban sprawl, Paul says it's inevitable that we build up, just like nearly a third of the population on the eastern states.
Perth will, as it grows as a city, get towards that sort of percentage of people living in apartments.
With buyers looking for apartments, they're spoilt for choice. But David from REIWA says keep a close eye on the market, as what goes up may come down.
It's not a boom state at the moment. The mining and resources boom is definitely over. We have, at best, a steady market in that space.